Pop Squad. Cool. Somebody in the comments yesterday said I really needed to listen to Osama Sun. Osama Sun? Osama Sun. Uh, OSAMASON. Osama Sun. And they said definitely on the come up, like he's going to be one of the next big things, or, could be, because that's all opinion. But Cameron, I knew I had seen the name before, Osama Sun, and Cameron had sent in some money for me to react to a track. This is CTS-V. Don't have any clue as to what that's supposed to mean. Maybe it's the car that's on the cover of this image right here. I have no idea what this means. By Osama Sun. I don't know who this is, so I'm going to read some information. AKA Osama, capital SONK. And let's see, this has a read more. Amari Middleton, professionally known as Osama Sun, is an American recording artist and record producer born in Ohio and based in South Carolina. Osama Sun started rapping in mid-2021, releasing his first project, I'm the Man, in August of that year. Oh wow, so not long ago at all. Frequently collaborates with underground artists in the same caliber, such as One Arm, it's not a T, it's a one. One Arm and O Santa? There's an X again to confuse me. Producer-wise, he frequently collaborates with 19 Thou and 19 Thou, probably not 19 Thou as in you, 19 Thou, Kiccy, Kiccy, and Thrty, Thrty. This track, I know, was produced by Thrty, Thrty. I've got lyrics, so I will leave these up here. This came out in April of 2023, so it's brand new. A couple months ago. Rap is what it's listed as. Let's go. I'm curious. I tend to believe people when they say people are, making their way. They're doing something. They're getting there. Any other information here? Social information for Osama Sun. And let's see, 30,000 views. Yep, looks like he's getting some attention. Let's check this out. Osama Sun with CTSV, 2 minutes long. Oh, it's a video. I won't cloud it up with lyrics.
Yeah, I love make shit dip. Yeah, I get out your trip. Yeah, put your trust in bitches. Boy, you must be out your shit. Yeah, just put up a 6. Bitch, I'm geek. Like, what's this? Come out when I need a hit. Slump will knock you out your shit. Yeah, fuck you, mistress. This a steady eat thing. Yeah, I can't drop no miss. Yeah, like you said, you dropping hits. Yeah, I won't flip that whip. I won't flip that whip. Yeah, that CTSV jumping. I can't stop. Bitch, I punch it. Bitch, why that dope punching? Why is your whole dick jumping? I got hella racks touching. When you broke, you don't touch nothing.
I gotta tell you, this is so this hits me in the same way. For people who've been around for a long time on the channel, this hits me in the same way as some of the first plug-in B tracks I've heard. Hits me in the same way as Dover Street Market, which was absolutely revelatory for me. And in fact, I did a super long video about the reaction itself, or the reaction itself was long, and then I did a whole hour talking about what that song sort of brought up in me as a completely separate video. So if you're curious about what I thought about Dover Street Market, this hits me so much in the same way. This is a song that people my age, people 10, 15 years younger than me, and certainly older than me, would listen to and absolutely hate, because it doesn't follow any of the rules of the music that we were brought up listening to. I find that incredibly interesting. I want to dive into it and find out more about it because it doesn't sound like that. And I swear, there's so much of it that I think comes from people today who are teens, 20 years old, having been brought up in this, I mean, fucked up world. Late stage capitalism. One of our political parties is going full on fascist. We've had people who believe in science. We've had people who've been medicated their entire lives because of misunderstandings about ADHD or autism and that whole spectrum. We've had people who have been abused their entire lives. And all of this stuff has been communicated to us and has been brought to our attention, and it has. And I don't think this music is a bad thing. And I don't think the music is bad either. I think it's super interesting. I think this is an artist expressing themselves and expressing themselves in the way that their brain has created their artwork, right? Their art, their music. And it takes all of that, and this is what they process it into, and this is what they put it out as, and it is fucking fascinating. Because like I said, to me, I hear this and I go, what is happening in this? And I think if I were 35 years younger, that would make me 20. No, that would make me really young. 35, would I be like 15, 16, 17, something like that? I can't do math. It's late. It's 11 o'clock. I can't do math. I would understand it a lot better. And this is the natural progression of music. Things change. It's always updating. There's always something new. There's always artists who are trying to innovate and do something different. And that's what he's doing. And this is just how it all comes out. It's amazing. I love that he's using a little bit of like stuttering or glitching in this. I actually just love that in general. And if you didn't notice it, I'll back up a little bit. But he only does a couple of times, but it jumps out at me. Like I hear it and I go, oh, that's cool. He did it, let's see, a couple of times here. Yeah. Fuck your mistress, this whole steady eat dick. Yeah, I can't drop no mess they like. You steady dropping hits. Yeah, and flip that whip. I'ma flip that whip. I'ma flip that whip. So a lot of like, there's a why, like stuttery, glitchy sort of thing. I love that, but the music is all over the place compared to the stuff that I grew up with, right? And I just think it's fascinating. I think his style is fine. I'm not like blown away by his flow or anything, but I think it's consistent. I think it's good. I think he sounds good, and I think he's doing something really cool and inventive and different. Even though I know there's other things that sound a little bit like this, and obviously I've just gone on about this for 7 minutes, and I'm a minute into the song. I wasn't even a minute into the song. Let's go again here. Now we're 26 seconds in.
Stress, this a steady thing, yeah. I can't drop no miss. Ain't like you steady dropping hits, yeah. I'ma flip that whip, I'ma flip that whip. Yeah, that CTSV jumping. I can't stop, bitch, I punch it, bitch. Why that dope punching? Why is your whole dick jumping? I got hella racks touching. When you broke, you don't touch nothing. I whip in it, bit like Cullen. My slime look like he my cousin. I got a Glock 459 Tesla. Nigga, I ain't touch this bitch for nothing. Mama like stop all that cousin. Bitch, I'm on a highway cutting. On a block.
See, and I just noticed the voices. Like I was paying attention to the drum, paying attention to the beat, but then there's like this during this entire time that I completely wasn't hearing. And I say that just because I wasn't hearing it, right? Like I just noticed, like, what is that I'm hearing? And I realized it's like some vocalization of something. It's just crazy music.
My cousin, I got a Glock 459 Tesla. Nigga, I ain't touch this bitch for nothing. Mama like stop all that cousin. Bitch, I'm on a highway cutting. On a block, yeah, that toughin'. Pull up swearing like I'm stunning. Bad rifle, I be hunting. How that fish, yo, fin chase some. Yes, keeping this bitch my gun. Flip that whip like it's fun. My son do that shit. Brand new cooling kit. I get shooters hit. Say yo, drop it, shooters hit. Who you moving with? Is you stupid, bitch? I can't trust that hoe. Put my trust in switch. Yeah, I love make shit dip. Yeah, I get out your chip. Yeah, put your trust in bitches. Boy, you must be out your shit. Yeah, she put up a 6. Bitch, I'm keep. Like, what's this? Call my twin, I need a hit. Slump will knock you out your shit. Yeah, fuck you with mistress. This a steady eat thing. Yeah, I can't drop no miss. Ain't like you steady dropping hits. Yeah, I'm on flip that whip. I'm on flip that whip. Yeah, that CTSV jumping. I can't stop. Bitch, I punch it. Bitch, why that dope punching? Why is your whole dick jumping? I got hella racks touching. When you broke, you don't touch nothing.
Oh yeah, it's just very cool. Good Sound of Music starts off great. I love all this with the piano.
Yeah, I love make shit dip. Yeah, I get out.
Yeah, really super interesting. And like I say, I could completely understand somebody listening to this and going, "What the fuck is this?" Because it's so confusing to somebody who grew up listening to the Beatles and Bruce Springsteen. Like, I'm jumping through decades, but like, I'm trying to think of like bands that were big back in the day, right? And they were very regimented, very straightforward. This is really not straightforward. This is not easy music, and I like that. I think it's incredibly cool. I would love to see somebody like this get incredibly popular, because it would piss off so many people who just have no ability to process new things. And that's great. I mean, guess what? Things change over time, and this is incredible, like amazingly different. And then the fact that people are paying attention to it and think it's cool and want to hear it is even better, because it tells me that he's tapping into something that people want to hear. It's super cool. Very, very cool. Okay, I gotta double check to make sure if a CTS-V is a car. Yeah, okay, it is. That's the first thing that comes up, is CTS-V. Very cool. I didn't even hardly follow what the lyrics were about. This is, call my twin, I need a hit. Slime going knock you out your shit. Fuck your mistress, this hoe eat dick. So this is just about being really cool. Oh, the CTSV is jumping. Yeah, it's cool, rich, got money, partying in the car, all that sort of good stuff. Really super interesting. The music is crazy. It's crazy. And if you're curious, not something I'm going to download. This is way too difficult for me to listen to. But that doesn't mean I don't want to hear more by him, because I want to see what else he does. I want to see what he comes up with, because fuck, it's so cool. It's so different. It's so different. Like, I would love to talk to, I don't know, a famous musician who knows music really well, who is a musician, right? Like, the first people that come to mind for me are David Byrne and Ben Folds. But there's so many more. But I would love to get their take on this. Like, have them analyze the music and the beat and the how it doesn't mesh. It does something else than that. It does something different than come together to form like a beautiful synthesis of sound. This does something very, very, I don't want to say dissonant. Um, it's a little bit at odds, so I guess it is a little dissonant, but it's just really incredibly cool. I understand if you don't like it. I absolutely understand if you don't like it, but it's really interesting. So hey, Cameron, thanks for sending this in. I do need to listen to more from Osama Sun because, wow, really different. Pop Squat, check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. I have itchy nose. You can join my Patreon. The information is down below. You can send me songs to react to, with some money, please, at the CashApp or PayPal that's listed down below. If you make music, you can send me stuff just at the papasquatjon@gmail.com. And otherwise, good to see you. I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. Pop Squat. Check it out. I really need to keep track of whether or not I do that. I think I did it already. Have a good night. Bye-bye.